Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about Cory Booker, right? He's actually an American politician, and he has also served in junior United States Senator in New Jersey, and he is the first African American senator from New Jersey. First African American senator from New Jersey, and he is I don't know how to describe him, but this is really kind of weird that he actually came out and at the same time accusing peace activists of defending Hamas during a conversation, right? So he was able to speak somewhere in New Jersey, and there were a lot of content creators who also graced there, probably because they wanted to ask him questions and find out some, like, get an answer, which he was not also able to give them an answer because he actually has nothing to say, right? And then from what I can see, this Cory has also received about $750,747 from APAC lobby, and you all know APAC lobby is an pro-Israel lobby in the United States. And I am asking this: why is it that some people, once they start collecting, one thing with people is that once they start collecting money or start collecting bribe, their sense of belonging is actually no longer there? Because how do you want them to? They cannot say some certain things because they are obligated. Like, I think they owe something to other people. You know what? Let's get into this.
I mean this respectfully, but Cory Booker pulled a whole ass move last night. I'm talking about all the way out of there. It wasn't just what he said on the stage, it's what he did when he got off the stage as well. Just for context, over 100 influencers and content creators from across the country got invited to Washington, D.C. at this conference to talk about advocacy and education in the current climate. On the stage, this man jumped up on a table like Tom Cruise on one of them movies, you feel me, and started talking about the significance of new media. Y'all know he voted to ban TikTok, right? He talked about the significance of new media and how he was born and raised on a grassroots movement organizing, and how he comes from a background of social justice. At the same time, he's taking over $700,000 from them folks, you feel me? And when he was asked about what he did and how he did it off the stage, he showed his ass.
So are you willing to call for a ceasefire?
And again, I have been working on ending this nightmare. And what you don't seem to understand is that you say that Hamas has made an acceptable offer. And I am telling you, this terrorist organization who puts children and families and schools and hospitals literally commits what is, in definition, a war crime. Because you're saying, hold on, you keep defending Hamas. And I am telling you, yeah, you were literally just representing them.
I'm sorry. Okay, me saying that you implying that Egypt and Qatar are both lying is defending Hamas is crazy.
I'm sorry you don't understand, but the position that Hamas is taking right now is unacceptable to the United States. It's unacceptable to Arab allies and others.
I'm not talking about Hamas. I'm talking about a ceasefire. I'm talking about the 600,000 children in Rafah who are currently being rained on with white phosphorus from Alabama.
Ceasefire, for you not to talk about Hamas is the problem. Okay, it's a totality of what's going on. And I'm invoking.
Cory, it's obvious that you underestimated how much knowledge that we have of what's going on geopolitically, and it's obvious that you don't know we actually read them bills, man. The fact that you keep on reading from this old tired playbook, this old tired handbook that's just non-responsive to what we asking about is really indicative of how you're not able to read the room. And two, in many different instances, it's very illustrative, you feel me? Or it illustrates how a lot of Dems, y'all so out of touch with what's going on and how y'all messaging is dumpster juice trash. So, Cory, you didn't really answer no questions. And then the questions you did answer, you did it in a very paternalistic way where you assumed the person you were speaking to didn't have as much information and knowledge on it as they actually did. Then when you was talking to Khalil right here, you really tried to play Oppression Olympics and pit what's going on in Sudan and the pain and suffering of Sudanese people with what's going on with Palestinians, man. That was a foul move, real nasty, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a real whataboutism. You seen us and you was like, Africa. Nah, bro. And this how I know you was insulting our intelligence. You said you voted for that bill because you really wanted to support the biggest humanitarian crisis the world is seeing right now in Sudan, as if the money that you approved for to get sent over to Israel is not going to go to the hands of the blood and pain and suffering that's going on to Sudanese people, man. Education is elevation. Do better, bro. And you gaslighting this one right here in her face. You just got done having a whole back and forth where you didn't want to even say the word ceasefire because you felt like what the H's was doing was unacceptable. Never mind that they said, hey, we'll give you all the hostages back. And then what your boy say? Imagine thinking this man is concerned about hostages. Netanyahu hoped the H's will reject the ceasefire offer, but when he didn't, he turned to sabotage. As a matter of fact, right now, Rafah supposed to be one of the safest places you should be at because that's what the people told them to go to. And now you have the Egyptian border blocked while you carpet bombing them. Then let's get back to what you were saying on stage, Cory. You said that we got to get out of this us versus them dichotomy. It's just us, but you linking up with them. You feel me? How many of your ops did you finally agree with when it came to signing that bill? A whole bunch of them, huh? It sounded like to me you really was up there shucking and jobbing in a particular way where you wasn't keeping it real. Almost remind me of that time you lied on your boy T-Bone. Remember that? This is what I know, Cory Booker. If somebody came for your livelihood and the way that you take care of your family and things like that, you would feel some type of way, wouldn't you? So you don't think you would feel a little crazy walking into a room where you have literally impacted the livelihoods of most of the people in the room based off of your perspectives and claims that you have much more knowledge than you actually have when you really just being paternalistic. You see what I'm saying? You really showed me in so many different ways. I don't think you're willing to have a conversation with somebody that has the range and the knowledge of what you claim they don't know what's going on. Because you get so much privy to X, Y, and Z. No, you get privy to money. That's what you get privy to. You see what I'm saying? Never conflate or correlate your ability to be influenced in this way to make it where now you can compete with people that's influenced this way. You see what I'm saying? That's what you was insulting our intelligence on. Being real though, I think what you did is very indicative of what a lot of y'all DMs is doing right now. Y'all out of touch with y'all constituents. You got horrible messaging and it just don't hit the way you thinking is hidden. And then you will claim that you're doing something out of the best interest out of us in a very benevolent way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we too dumb to know what's going on and we gotta just trust you did X, Y, and Z. You feel me? And to be clear, I've rocked with you many different times. As a matter of fact, I have a video on the internet of me debating one of my homegirls about Kamala Harris versus you when y'all was trying to be president, you feel me, in 2020 election. So I don't want it to make it where you hear me and you hear this video and you think I'm just an op. You see what I'm saying? I was rocking with you, but now you're on the wrong side of history and now you insulting the intelligence of people that's gonna keep you in office. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I know you showed up to that thing, because though you're voting to ban TikTok and the status quo, you recognize you need TikTokers in the status quo, because if we made content, you feel me, that was disfavorable of you as a candidate, as a politician, it would obviously impact how people show up for you, right? You feel me? So don't insult our intelligence moving forward when you come into the room. You could have been real and came into the room and talked about Project 2025 and said, hey guys, I know we don't agree on everything, but I think we should really focus on X, Y, and Z. I think that would have been a way better strategy than what you actually did. Because what you actually did was just piss off a whole bunch of more informed content creators that you want to give us credit for. And what you did was piss on telling us it's raining a lot of influencers that probably got a lot more influence than you realize. Education is elevation. And Cory, just do better, man. And shout out to everybody in Newark, New Jersey. You feel me? I'll talk to you later, man.
So this is all I got from this. And looking at this video, I see a lot of content creators. I know them here on TikTok, and a lot of, like, even consciously also I saw him there. And so many of them, I can't remember their names, but they are really very popular. I mean, very popular on TikTok. I mean, I am saying a very big shout out to them, and they are really doing an amazing job, because most of the things that I have learned so far, I absolutely learned them from them, and I am still learning. So a very big shout out to them. And let's get into this. Number one is that there are things that you look at, especially coming from people like the ones that you all elected, because some of them, nobody actually, they did not elect themselves, you know. You all elected them, and then they get into into that office, and they become something else. And then let's get into this, because sometimes I really do want to know how AIPAC, it looks like everybody is bored, like, those Congress senators and all that. It's very rare to see somebody that is working on his own, or that does not have, that is not being bored, or that does not have the support of APAC and all that. Like, can see the amount, like, look at, he has received almost how many? 750. That is $747,000. Like, that is a whole lot of money, Love it from APAC. So how do you expect somebody that received all this kind of money to come out and speak to you intellectually, or not trying to be corny or something, And from APAC pro-Israel lobby in the United States. So I am kind of confused with all this amount of money. Like, how do you think Cory will come out and tell you something reasonable on that pulpit or wherever he was, talking from? Now, I am going to ask this. I have been saying this, I have been asking this, but nobody has really given me any answer. I keep asking, how did APAC lobby become so powerful in the United States? I know they are rich. I mean, the Jewish people are very rich. They control so many things. I know politics, entertainment, but how come, they have so much upper power? Because looking at the way they operate is really something that I have been asking, and also looking for a way to get an answer. But it's kind of really sad that I've not gotten an answer. And this is something that really should be investigated, because I don't see how a particular body from somewhere becomes more powerful in a particular place or a nation more than the people that own the place. Because, make this make sense. I really don't know how this is. I mean, this particular thing is going to be stopped, but all I keep saying is that probably all this being powerful and all that is like the money, the tax money that has been laundered for decades and all that, because this money is not something people this is just not money that comes out like this. It's something that has been planned, because it looks like the senator, the Congress, that men and women are all being bots. That's why most times when you try to engage them in something important conversation, they are not able to deliver. Because how do you want them to deliver against the people that they are serving? Because it looks like they are now a master to some to a group of people. And the truth is that some politicians are really not smart. They are driven by money and all that, forgetting that they have the purpose of being elected and the rest of it. And then trying to they're threatened by the educated, and the ones that are educated, they are very threatened. And the ones they see that have passion for what they do and all that, like all these content creators that actually came out to ask him questions and trying to engage him and all that. And you see him trying to knock them off, because he really got nothing serious or something tangible to talk about. But then I am going to say this. It's really still hard for me to understand, or to tell you how powerful APAC is. But I am going to tell you this. APAC lobby runs United States, and that is something we really all need to know. And the gaslighting also from him was just something horrifying. I mean, sometimes, but what can I say? Really, really, but there is something I really I would love them to ask, because content creators going out to probably engage them and all that. I need something. I want to ask them about APAC. Let them tell us what they know about APAC, because it's really something I know a lot of people are dying to know. I really do want to know what they know about APAC. Let them talk to us about APAC and all the money they've been taking. We need them to ask these questions. And all the money that they've been taking from APAC. Let the truth start coming out, so people will really know the people they elected into office, thinking that they were going to do something different for them and all that, because I don't see anything different they are doing. That's all I got to say. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.